Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
Usembut Menteri Rangba badai pet ya ketenat transport uba Sniawbhalang dhar. Ha kakenta kali jingkeli ulayat hu bagakat lengsun baljek kampat rekam ya minta. Namar ka sorkar kadon ha ka jingikren bat kabor penyat kat lengsun jongkari India ban pelong ya kakat lengsun baljek kan long kabat rekam na kabenta ki basyong lengsun bat kan nyam kumba khat khandai hadu ar phongut. Uba dhar ulayat hu ru baka airport Kalapan roy lani penhe hadu arspa khatway point iway lai ekar but shispa sanpulai point iway lai ekar layo nadu usnem shiajar khandai spa prapun riu adu shiajar khandai spa prapu khandai haringkat kajing penrung kalong markat ju shaka sanpupra ekar haka arphoi trik unai tung arhajar khat saw shu ulayathu baka Pisa baro kabala Pynlut na kabanta ban Shim Jaka hadu menta ha kabayadei bat kajing penroy ya ka airport kalong lai Klur san punyo lak kendai punyo hajar nyo spa nyo pusan tingka udhar ula batai baka jingpen slam ya ka project kadai namar kidaw ki babun jad wat la kalapli ya kani ka kat lingsun hindrai na kalyang ka airport authority of India kalapan ban penhe ya ka linti ya lingsun barban ai Jaka shu ha ka baka sarkar kala minjur ban Shim no ula pentikna baka jingekren kilayat man kapor Habajubab ek jingkeli benrap na uba Charles Pingrop Menteri Rangba ka jela ukonrat sangma ulayathu ba udang but dien shimet ya kani ka kam haki kerdan ba pher wad hapadeng ki katto ka ni kimat ki ba penslam ka sarkar ka shimkhia ban pentikna ya ka jingpenhe ya ka omroi bat ka jingpenya ya ki lengsun ki ba kamai
when the 55 Mr. Rupa Marak raised by Dr. Mukul Sangma and Rupa Marak Sri Sniawbhalang Dar, Deputy Chief Minister, in charge to reply, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, reply to star question number 55. A. Sir, the Baljak Airport is currently non-operational. The government is in discussion with the Airport Authority of India to make the Baljak Airport operational for 19-20 seater aircraft. B. Sir, 211.13 acres. C. Sir, 153.13 acre was acquired between the year 1986 to 1989, and 175 biga B-3 and K-14L, which is equivalent to 58 acres in 21/7/2014. D. Sir, 211.13 acres. E. Sir, rupees 3,57,97,775.
Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, sir, may I know from the Honorable Deputy Chief Minister and Minister in charge Transport, the reason for the delay in operationalizing the Baljak Airport, which happens to be under my constituency, even after the inauguration, 17 years of its inauguration in 2008.
Mr. Speaker, sir, so the main reason of delay is there's too many factors, so I will take little time to clarify properly on this because this issue is very, very important. Here side is the fact that the airport was inaugurated on 2008, 23 October. And from that time, after the inauguration of the airport is non-operational till today. And one of the main reasons was that because the reason was due to the lack of airline operator because no one shown their interest to operate with the smaller aircraft. That is point number one. And also after a few years in 2010, the airport authorities submitted a DPR to extend the existing runway from the existing runway 1120 meters to 800 meters to accommodate the operator of the ATR-22 type aircrafts and requested the government at the same time to acquire the additional land of 58 acre, which is accepted by the state government. And in 2014, the state government is acquired the land, and even after the acquired the land, till now the airport authority has not formally taken the land. And yes, you have followed from time to time, discuss these matters, and so many aircraft operator house discuss about, they are expressed their unwillingness to operate with the small aircraft. So later on, in 2014, the airport authority informed against the state governments. After during that time, they expressed that they are ready to take over the airports and plan it for its developmental activities for ATR Pynlut type aircraft to operate, and also require the state government to remove all the identified aspects OLS on 20 October 2019, in which at the same time the state government is also agreed to that, to remove all the obstacles. And later on, 2020, against after the revised study made by the airport authority, informing the state as per the air safety requirements, the provisions of a runway and safety area of 240 meters into 60 meters is recommended for VFR operations with a simple approach lighting are proposed in phase 1 is not sufficient. So therefore again they request that the state government to acquire another 60 acres of land need to be acquired beside the 58 acres acquired earlier. So this is one of the reasons. And also now we are accepted to this also even for the additional 68. And we from the state governments, we had request the airport authority to send us a joint inspection with the state government from the airport authority official, so that the additional requirement of land, it should be properly identified. There will be no error. So now we are waiting for the joint inspection. Only then when we get the green signal from the airport authority, and then we'll go ahead for the acquire with another 60 acres, only then we'll go for the expansion of the airport. This is one of the main reason for delay. Actually, we didn't blame the then governments, and we are following up the exercise from time to time. A number of meetings has been held at the level of the other chief ministers also, and therefore now we are really concerned. We really want that the airport is to operate maybe in a year or two, because it's the need of the hour, especially for this reason. So this is status as of now. This is one of the main reasons the delay of this airport right from 2008 till date.
Mr. Speaker, sir, through you, I would like to put one question to the Honorable Minister in charge. May I know the number of landowners who has donated the land for the construction of airport in Jingzal?
Mr. Speaker, sir, as I stated in my reply, so between the year 1986 to 1988, it was 53 acres. Number of landowners, the record is not with me, information is not with me. So even in 2014, we acquired 58. So the list of different landowners is not there. So for this particular questions, I require notice.
May I know from the Minister in charge, as I have seen already the land acquisition has been done, so whether the donors has received any compensation for the land they have donated for the construction of the airport?
Yeah, full payment has been made. Full payment has been made.
One more question, sir.
Yes, please.
As in the course of the reply, it has been stated that land acquisition, the additional acquisition is required for the expansion of the airport. So, has it already started, or it is if it is not started, when the expected date on which we are expecting it to be started?
Mr. Speaker, sir, the present area that we are having now is 211 acres, which is insufficient. So therefore now we are going to acquire another more 68.5 acres. Only then after we acquire the 68 and we'll start for the expansion of the runway. That I have already replied. A joint service awaited from the Airport Authority of India.
Sir, in the earlier question which was raised about the Umroi Airport, the Honourable Chief Minister had said that the possibility of extending the runway to include larger aircrafts was being examined and will be possible. Now, since Baljek Airport has yet to be operationalized, wouldn't it be prudent for the government to examine the possibility of even making sure that the viability of landing larger aircrafts will be possible? Because we are talking about a project which will last more than 50 years. So if you look forward, probably the necessity of having a larger aircraft landing in Baljek will be necessary. So will the government look into the matter and have it examined in the first instance so that we won't have a repetition of what is happening in Umroi, sir?
Sir, let me take the liberty to reply to this particular question because this is something, sir, I have been personally pursuing at different levels without really talking about it too much in the press. So this is one of the issues that had come up earlier. We had discussed this even during the time of the former MLA, even before this in the last term. This was precisely what we've been discussing, that once we expand, might as well expand for the larger aircrafts. And of course, the question of cost came in and feasibility came in. Airport Authority had a lot of questions and we had to explain. All those issues led to a lot of delay. And they were showing not so much of inclination to investing so much at that point in time. And that is the reason why we decided if we continue to just be on discussion mode, we'll not get anywhere. And therefore we came to a meeting point where we said, look, at least let's start the ATRs like we are doing in Shillong. And as I said, it's not that we didn't explore that path. We explored that path, absolutely. And what Honorable Member from Nong Thumai has mentioned is absolutely correct, sir. So we have done that, sir. And as I said that we looked at all the options, but as I said, because of so many feasibility aspects and aspects of cost and other logistics, which Airport Authority of India had expressed during that time, we felt that we should at least go ahead. So that's why we are going ahead with this, with the option of ensuring that we are able to keep the larger aircraft and runway also, because by the time we wait for that, sir, again there may be more further delay, more detailed discussion. So we are starting with this, with definitely keeping our options open and not really confining ourselves. The discussion mode on this particular subject has reached to a very, very, you can say, to the almost the last level, and we are very sure that by 2026, sometime in 2026, we are hopeful that we should be able to start operating the aircrafts. In fact, we are in talks with Air Alliance, and some discussions have taken place with them. They have shared their desire and their ability to start the aircrafts with a 19-20-seater aircraft between Shillong and Tura. And all those detailed discussions are on, sir. So I want to also give a very strong message to the House that we are very committed to this airport. We will ensure that both Umroi, the expansion takes place, commercial planes land, and we will also ensure that flights start operating from Baljek Airport. So this commitment we are making, we are very sure, we are working very hard on this. We're not talking about it too much, but we will make sure that this happens, and keeping the Honorable Member's suggestions that he has given. So we are already on that track. But as I said, because these talks have moved so fast and so far, for us now to again start discussing and again opening up the chapters would again further delay the discussion, and then we don't know when we'll be able to. So we have to make a decision and a choice, and we moved ahead with this, sir.
Sir, I appreciate the efforts taken up by the government, but barring the infrastructure that is required and to have further talks to the Airport Authority of India, perhaps the government can consider just the local part of it, which is the acquisition of land. Because 20 years down the line, you may not get that land, even if you want to extend the airport. So this is an internal arrangement with the government. So will the government consider at least acquiring the land prior to, and continuing with the progress now, so that the ATRs can land, if they can consider just the acquisition part, because maybe 20 years down the line, when you want to bring back aircrafts, the lands will be occupied.
So we'll examine the matter, sir.